teacher.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Independence Day evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, coming to you live from FC Proctor Park, where there's the party in the park. It just got underway at 6 p.m. and it is absolutely beautiful. Fireworks at dusk should be a go, or just after dusk, I should say, should be a go as well. As far as our forecast goes, let's take a live look at downtown Utica, where they're experiencing similar conditions. Temperature right now in the middle 70s. That dew point is also in the 50s. That combined with the westerly breeze that there is right now, making that heat index the same as the temperature right now. So it's fairly comfortable, although that's going to change as we head through the weekend. That's the one complaint really that you'll have. As far as temperatures across the region right now, though, we still have most of us into the 70s. Up toward the Adirondacks, though, you may have some temperatures up into the 60s. And southwest of Syracuse and closer toward Albany, you might find a couple of readings that are into the lower 80s. And as far as the radar is concerned right now, it is dry over most, if not all, of central New York, which is certainly a different picture than it was about 24 hours ago when the southern tier was dealing with some strong to severe thunderstorms. That cold front has made its exit down toward the Atlantic coast and up toward Atlantic Canada. Off toward the west, though, you'll notice some clouds building into the middle of the country. That's part of a warm front that will head our way during the day tomorrow, but it will do so mainly unnoticeable, other than the fact that you will notice a bit of mugginess to the air, but not much precipitation. So this is going to be our first totally dry weekend, if it holds true, since November 16th and 17th of last year. Both Saturday and Sunday will have temperatures either side of 90, more like 85 to 90 on Saturday, 90 to 95 on Sunday, but there will be added humidity, a few clouds here and there, but again, remaining dry. So that's the one key point. Monday, though, we will see a few afternoon thunderstorms, and that's part of a cold front heading our way. Even though it'll still be humid on Monday, we'll have slightly cooler temperatures back into the mid-80s. Temperatures tomorrow, as I mentioned, for most of us in the valley, between 85 and 90. Same thing goes closer towards Syracuse, the mid-Hudson Valley. But up in the higher elevations, you may see temperatures in the middle and upper 70s to the lower and middle 80s. But again, all in all, not a bad weekend compared to what we have had recently. And as far as our futurecast goes, we will have temperatures making their way down into the 40s and 50s overnight tonight. 40s more likely as you head up into the Adirondacks. You'll start with a few clouds early on Saturday, and as that warm front moves its way through in the afternoon, again mainly unnoticed, you'll just notice an increase in clouds with temperatures making their way up into the 80s. And then as far as the muggy meter goes for tomorrow, definitely more humid than it was today. Again, we've got dew points right now in the 50s. Tomorrow it'll be humid with the dew point values up between 65 and 70. And then as far as the marine forecast goes, if you're going to be heading to Lake Ontario, you'll see temperatures around 86 degrees, winds out of the south at around 5 miles an hour. Those dew points will be, or I should say the wave heights will be less than 2 feet with just a mix of sun and clouds remaining dry there too. How about Oneida Lake? A little bit closer to home. Wave heights again less than 2 feet, a mix of sun and clouds, maybe a tad warmer with winds out of the south at around 4 miles an hour. And as far as your 7-day forecast goes, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds both for Saturday and on Sunday. And then rain chances return Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday mostly cloudy, maybe a few scattered storms to end the week on Thursday and Friday, with temperatures closer to where they should be for this time of year. But again, coming back live here to FC Proctor Park, it is absolutely beautiful. The party in the park got just underway at 6 p.m. and we've got the fireworks coming after dusk, with temperatures dropping into the 60s. So if you plan to head down, I would plan on bringing a sweatshirt. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jordan. Coming up next on
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And happy Independence Day to you once again. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, taking a live look at our iNet camera in downtown Utica, where we've been watching some fireworks for the better part of the last hour and a half right now. Not any right now, but I would imagine that's going to change again in the next few minutes. Temperature right now 63 degrees, so it's fairly comfortable, although it is a little bit on the dry side with that dew point of 54. We have calm, light variable winds. That's making it feel still like 63, and that dew point is going to come up once again over the weekend, though. So temperatures right now are in the 60s down toward the valley, although we have some light and variable winds up toward the north that are rather calm right now. We have temperatures up into the 50s, same thing down toward the south southwest as well, like Cooperstown, Baseball Hall of Fame area, 59 degrees right now. That's one of the areas that could drop into the 40s for the overnight hours. And mind you, this is July 4th, so that's rather unseasonably chilly, as you might imagine, but that'll go away as we head through the weekend. The radar is dry right now, and believe it or not, it is going to remain that way throughout the entire weekend. You will just notice an increase in clouds. I'll show you that, the reason why, in a second. But yesterday's cold front that produced all that severe weather across the southern tier in central New York is long gone off toward the east, although you notice we have an increase in clouds once you get from Michigan off toward the west, and a few showers out there too, and that's part of a warm front that's heading our way. That won't cause any precipitation other than just the increase in clouds, but you will notice the increase in humidity as well as the warmer temperatures tomorrow and especially on Sunday. But both tomorrow and on Sunday we'll have a mix of sun and clouds, although I think we'll see more clouds tomorrow afternoon in advance of that warm front, 85 to 90 then, and then we'll have 90 to 95 on Sunday, although it could feel like the mid to upper 90s with those heat index values because of the humidity. Monday is slightly cooler temperature wise, but we will still see a lot of humidity as well with those afternoon storm chances. So for tomorrow, we'll have temperatures 85 to 90 in the valley, cooler both to the north and to the south up in elevation. And timing things out, we will have just a few clouds overnight tonight with temperatures down into the 40s and 50s. And that's where our Saturday will start. And then we'll have temperatures getting up well into the 80s with heat index, or dew point temperatures, I should say, between 65 and 70. So the place to be this weekend is going to be along the lakes. If you're going to Lake Ontario, for example, it'll be around 85 with wave heights up to 2 feet. Same thing at Oneida Lake, a little bit warmer there. 87 for tomorrow with winds out of the south-southeast at around 4 miles an hour. That breeze will be rather nice, though, because it will be rather on the hot side. 87 for tomorrow, 90 to 95 as we go through Sunday. It's still humid as we go through Monday, even though the temperature will be slightly cooler. And then a mix of sun and clouds for both Tuesday and Wednesday, around 85 both days. And then temperatures to end the week will be in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, which is a little bit subnormal for this time of the year, but it does come with some chances for showers and storms. Thomas, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Get ready, baseball.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And happy Independence Day to you once again. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some nice weather for our weekend, also tracking a few fireworks right behind us as well. So let's take a live look at that downtown Utica camera where we've got temperatures 59 degrees, rather chilly for this time of year, dew point 52, so at least the air is comfortable, and we have a calm wind out there right now, so that means the temperature is going to be allowed to drop a few more degrees from where it is right now, and obviously the heat index is at 59. That's going to come up, though, over the weekend. Temperatures down toward the south and up toward the north are generally into the 60s, or into the 50s, I should say. But we've got a couple of spots like Syracuse and Canjo, both at 62, and it's still 63 degrees out in Camden right now. And we've obviously got warmer weather down toward the Mid-Hudson Valley and off toward the Finger Lakes as well. The radar is dry, and for once, it is going to remain that way throughout the entire weekend. Other than just a few clouds from a warm front heading our way, I don't expect any precipitation from those. First things first, we've got this cold front offshore of the Atlantic coast now. That brought a lot of severe weather to the southern tier yesterday. Thankfully, we dodged the bullet on that. And then we've got some clouds coming into the UP of Michigan right now, and those will head our way, especially tomorrow late morning into the afternoon. And that's the sign of that warm front that'll make its way toward us, which will not only cause an increase in temperature, but an increase in humidity as well. But still, you can't complain. All in all, finally a fully dry weekend for the first time in almost 8 months. November 16th and 17th of 2024 was the last time you'd have to find a Saturday and Sunday, 48 hours without any rain, snow, or anything. And then the next chance of storms heads our way Monday afternoon, but that's part of a cold front. But that's Monday, and that's when many of us return to work with temperatures in the 80s, but still humid. Tomorrow will be in the 80s to right around 90 degrees in the Mohawk Valley, a little bit cooler to the north and down toward the south as well, with a southwesterly breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Overnight tonight, though, we'll see temperatures dropping back into the 40s and 50s with a few clouds, and then we'll have temperatures making their way up into the 70s and up into the 80s by the time we get into the afternoon, feeling a couple of degrees warmer than that. With the humidity, the muggy meter tomorrow will be between 65 and 70 in terms of that dew point, so that means it will feel rather humid, and it may even be warmer than that as we head through Sunday. So definitely the lakes is going to be the place to be over the weekend, around 85 around Lake Ontario tomorrow. with wave heights around 2 feet. Same thing around Oneida Lake. This time the winds out of the south-southeast at around 4 miles an hour, and temperatures around 87 degrees, even warmer than that as we head through Sunday. Looks like we could see some heat index values from Syracuse down toward the Finger Lakes that approach 100 degrees. But again, around 90 both weekend days. Definitely make sure to stay hydrated and stay safe no matter what you're doing this weekend. The next chance of rain doesn't come in until Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, we get a bit of a break, and then Thursday and Friday, we do see some more storms come in with temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80.
Thank you, Jordan. Coming up next on Eyewitness News.